he's happy with that, Damien. He really needed that result, and Spurs did too, particularly after what happened at the weekend against Manchester City, where they just looked really played off the pitch.
Yeah, I think that, I said earlier that I didn't think Arsenal had much of a chance of winning this. I think Jose will be going both guns blazing for this. And I think he's a manager that can set up defensively, frustrate teams, and he's a knack at doing well in cup competitions. So great result for him tonight. Not the most amazing of opposition, but it seems to he's put the tie to bed, and he can focus hopefully on the round of 16.
Brian, from an Irish point of view, nice to see Matt Doherty involved in a couple of those first half goals.
Yeah, he needs games, needs to play. It's not gone well for him since he's gone to Spurs, but we see him involved in the first couple of goals in the advanced position we're used to seeing him in when he played for Wolves. Spurs playing in yellow tonight, maybe that helped him. Good ball in, and a diving header from Son. Not the sort of goal we see Son scoring usually, but he's a spare player. Here's Matt again, getting forward, driving on down the right-hand side. Nice weight on the pass for Doherty. Defender sells himself completely. And a good finish from Gareth Bale. You know, it's hard to know how well he played just looking at the bits we saw there, but they've got a very poor return on their investment in Gareth Bale's Spurs this season. It's a brilliant goal by Moura, who's reliable, hard-working, grafting player. He hasn't had a great time this year. Bear Gwynn has been playing ahead of him on the wing on the right-hand side with Son on the left and Kay in the middle. But I like Moura, I like his honesty, and I'm glad to see him scoring tonight. I'd like to see him starting in the team more often than he has.
Damien, you touched on it there when you said that Mourinho really has the style to win this competition. You look at the league table now, the Premier League table, there's 6 points off that elusive fourth place spot. There's so many teams in the mix for those Champions League positions. Do you think it is in his best interest to target this competition?
I suppose Tottenham took a change in direction by bringing Jose Mourinho in, and they prioritise a trophy. And I think he needs, or he has to get something this year. If he finishes outside the top four and doesn't get a trophy,
he's got the League Cup final, of course.
Well, I know, but I mean, you're coming up against Manchester City there, so if he gets that,
already.
Well, I'm not writing him up, but they have a chance. But before Manchester City in, it'll be very, very difficult for them. But he has to have something to show for the end of the season. If they don't get a trophy and he doesn't finish in the top four, I think that could be the end of the Jose Mourinho experience at Tottenham.
Brian, plenty of people have Spurs as the favourites or among the favourites for this competition. Would you go along with that?
As I said earlier, there's a lot of very good teams. 3 Italian teams are still going. Milan, Roma, Napoli, very good sides. A couple of Spanish teams. Granada still in it. Sociedad, I think, are out after tonight. Lille winning the French league. There's lots of good teams still in it. Manchester United. So Spurs are there to be considered. I wouldn't think that they're going to win it. I think they've been very poor this year. Trying to win matches on the back foot, get a lead goal. Once the opposition are anyway decent, to get a lead goal, they sit back on it and they try to defend from there. They're not good enough to do that. They've been caught so frequently, it's almost predictable now. So I wouldn't back them to win two-legged ties against any half-decent team. They've got a good squad. I think he will concentrate to a reasonable degree in this competition. I think he's realistic enough to know that they're too inconsistent and not good enough to get into the top four. So his emphasis will be on this. And when he puts his mind to it, he's good at devising a tactical framework to win games. So he could do it, but I doubt it.
Well, they look to have one foot at least in the last 16.